Tick Pick on the track.
Many fantasies are being transformed into reality by modern science.
Yeah. What's going on with you, everybody? This is your boy, Casti, aka Conrad, in the building. I'm hoping everybody can hear this because I actually had to reset the sound. So if you can't hear it, that means I still got some work to do. I'm hoping everybody had a good week, a great week. I'm hoping that everybody was blessed and highly favored in these spaces, both on YouTube and on Facebook. Definitely, as we go, definitely get the likes and the hearts in the building. This might be a quick show tonight. Might be a quick show. I don't know, bro. No. Sometimes you have to wonder, but it is what it is. The show must go on. Let's get into it. As I said, this is DaRealReel PodCast. I am your host, Conrad, aka Casti. You can find us on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X. I don't even know what to call it. Is it Twitter X? Or is it just Twitter? Or is it X? Because I feel like if it's X, then some other groups might have a problem with that. Branding's got to work on that. Elon Musk, work on that. But yeah, definitely. We are here. We're just getting started. And it is what it is. We got work to put in. So as we get right into this, you know what? I'm going to forgo the opening script because I really want to get into this tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the quick 5 or it's a quick 6. But either way, we got some things that we want to discuss, especially. So, number 1, obviously, we know that the Lakers won the in-season tourney. And, looking at that, did I really think that they couldn't win the in-season tournament? No, not really. Did I expect them to win in the fashion that they did? That was a little surprising. I will admit that. But overall, the real question is did I expect what they did in the in-season tournament to translate into the regular season? Yes. Yes, I did. I cannot lie. And the mere fact that I feel like it hasn't translated, like when they played Dallas, to be honest, I feel like they should have won. It was just like, I feel like that Dallas game was an easily winnable game, and they should have won. And why they didn't, I'm not willing to really discuss that. I feel like you can't go and slap people by like 30, 40 points in the in-season tournament and then come and fall to Dallas by 2 points. That I'm pretty sure from what I saw in the highlights, even from the quarter that I watched, I didn't see Kyrie on the court. I didn't hear that he was in the game at all. So yeah, Lakers, great for LeBron James. He was able to attach his name to something that has never been done before. But let's be honest, it could have been literally much better than what it was in terms of the energy coming out of the in-season tournament. So to the Lakers, I give you you went into the dreaming, but it's been crickets afterwards, man. And I don't really appreciate that. So, LeBron, I'm gonna need you to talk to the guys. You guys gotta translate that energy. Check on your boy AD. I saw your man almost tripped over somebody in one quarter and was like literally hobbling or trying to hobble his way through. I'm just like, bro, like, come on, man. Stop this. So, yeah. This one hit me, and I was just like, all right, like, I don't know if they're dissing. I don't know, like, I don't know how people really feel about this. I found this hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. I found it hilarious, and I'll tell you why I found it hilarious. Now, I'm assuming that the little girl is Ice T's daughter biologically. Okay, I don't know. I did not do my background on that one. Okay, let me move myself out the way. Below them is King, T.I.'s son. Okay. Now there was a rumor that went out that said, you know what I mean, T.I. is not King's biological father. Based on the evidence in front of me, I might be inclined to believe that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Like, it's kind of eerie. It's kind of eerie. It's giving me off vibes. I don't like it too tough. So yeah, it's man. Yo, y'all hit up the comments and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Is Ice T King's father or not? Or is Ice T and Tiny, are they related? I don't know. It's a question to be had. Are they related? Are they not? I don't know. But I'm telling you, it's a little creepy. It's a little creepy. I don't know how you get this kind of this coincidence, and I'm not even talking about like in the skin tone. Like, how do you get this type of like the nose, lip structure, facial structure? I'm telling you, like, it short of King having dimples or not, it's all there. It's legitimately all there. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm hurting right now on this one. This one has me. Darling, you send me. Yeah, you send me spinning on that one. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. Y'all let me know what you think, because this one be sending me. Darling, you send me to the Godfather, Kevin Samuels. This is long overdue from our platform. I always say it every once in a while, but rest in power to the Godfather. I have never seen such a vitriol and a straight up misandrist march and hoorah for the death of one man like I saw for Kevin Samuels. And did that bother me? To a degree, yes, because there's certain things that he said to men on his live streams and in his podcast work that was monumental for my life and was able to change certain things for me. So, I mean, to the world of women that hate him, number one, it just would have been easy if you guys had just boycotted his show. Like, y'all didn't have to call in. It was a voluntary call-in show. Then you called in and tried to use your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself versus his metrics of the field of work that he was in. And it didn't work out well. Then you came with your attitudes and whatnot, and that didn't work out well. So I'm just like, at some point, you might want to just kind of pack it in or give it up. And if you really hate the man while he was alive, the best thing to do would have been to literally just avoid his show. Don't take in content that you don't want to take in. It's not that hard. But rest in power to the Godfather, Kevin Samuels. Who's next? Oh, this guy. If anybody ever asks me or looks for a video to find out why we are here, why we're getting started, and whether it's rough or whether we got a lot of supporters or little supporters, why we're still doing this, let me go ahead and just throw this up and get myself completely out of the way. It's because of foolishness like this. Okay. Now, Zion Williamson, I followed him from his last couple of years of high school. The summer before he got drafted to Duke, I followed his Duke career. Like, I was stupid happy up until the point he blew out the shoe and injured his knee. Up until that point, I was super happy for him. Once he blew out he blew out his shoe and injured his knee, I knew it just was not going to be the same. However, as a fan, I did not even come close to thinking that this was going to be an outcome. This. Two former corn content creators, corn professionals. Bro, that's what you had to pick from? Like, I get it. You knew out here, but like, you were sending one over like $100,000 a month or some garbage like that. And the other one, you literally got pregnant in this day and time. Are you serious? And this is why this platform, DaRealReel, the team that works behind the scenes, this is why we exist. This is why we're going to keep pushing forward. This is why we're going to keep doing what we got to do to, get our message out there, because at the end of the day, if we can stop regular guys from experiencing this, maybe, just maybe, one day we'll reach the next batch of Zions before they actually tend to hatch. I sincerely hope so. This guy is simp man number one of the week. And I know YouTube doesn't like that word, simp, or whichever platform it is. But until I get a message saying, hey, do not use the word simp, we're going to use the word simp. He's simp man number one of the week. And yes, for some, this might be old news. But again, we have to let you know where we've been and what we've been seeing behind the scenes. I know I said this last time, but it's because I had Sarah Gravi on the other picture. I wanted to kind of get him out of it because I wasn't calling him a grifter. But this was a lady here, P. Davis, grifter of all grifters. How dare you come into the red pill content, manosphere content, and try to advocate for something not one person in your family identifies with? And you can extrapolate from that what you guys want. Yes, I'm saying not one person in her family, not her daddy, not her brothers, if she has them. I don't care, not her uncles. No. And even if they do, that doesn't give her the green light to talk about it. Because it's not like she's saying, well, I'm advocating for my father, I'm advocating for my brother, or anything like that. No, she's not doing that. She was just out here causing havoc, biting people's formats and stuff. And just ruining the space. So she's gone. And I actually think I have a picture of one more person that I sincerely dislike. But if I don't, I'm still going to talk about them anyways. Like, this kills me. What is this? What is this? I don't really know. I'm not too sure. Like, why at all? And I'm not trying to say that, oh, it's all guys club and no women can join. But if you have no firsthand knowledge of the issues men go through with dating, why are you literally advocating as if you have that same issue too? And very well, let's just say, hey, maybe you do have that same issue, but you definitely don't have it from a man's perspective. Just saying. Might want to check on that. You know what I mean? Next. Oh my gosh. This guy. Now, when I first saw this whole mess, I thought it was literally over the fact that they were trying to say, oh, you never came to support the WNBA before. Why are you going to kill yourself to come and support our games now? I didn't know that the man, Mikal Bridges, was actually trying to holler at Asia Wilson. Now that I know that, I'm going to hit this in two ways. Simp man number 2 of the week, Mikal Bridges. You have earned it. All of that. It's completely yours. You've earned it. You put a hard work in. Yeah, you put that hard work in. Now that we have that out of the way, okay? Because you definitely also look more feminine than Asia Wilson. Now that we put that in the way, okay, let me say this. Asia Wilson, no, y'all ain't cool over there. Okay. And for everybody that likes to sit there and say, oh, well, WNBA players should get the same amount of revenue share, since that was actually what was clarified to be requested. No, you can't get it. This is actually going to help lead us into our topic today, but no, you can't get it. And here's the reason why you can't get 50% of the WNBA share when revenue shares, because y'all don't bring in that much money. If they were to give you guys as players 50% of the revenue shares, especially because you're not doing anything during the off season that would dictate extra revenue coming in, there's nothing too great about the structure of your season to be able to do anything with to a high degree. And so now we have to face the reality that your request is not a bad request. You just don't know the economics of your own game. You legitimately do not know the economics of your own game. And not even just the game, your business. Do you not know how much executives, Asia Wilson and your teammates, I forget what the other girl's name is. Like, do you not know how much executives in the WNBA make more money than you guys? Coaches make more than you guys that are women. And then you want to say, oh, it's up to the men in the NBA to go and sit there and make sure that you guys get the same. No, it's not. It's for you guys to dig deep and start putting your hands to the plow more than you already have, because you have been doing it, but it needs to be continual. Okay. Y'all need to start doing some different things to attract big business. Okay. Now, one thing I will say this, and this is where you guys are losing out. Women don't support women. I'm gonna let that marinate in for a little bit. Women don't support women, because if they did, and we know that women just on mass number per capita outnumber men, Y'all should have record attendances. And you don't. Why? Because women don't support women. And that's sad. I'm not even gloating or rejoicing over that. That is sad. So, Mikal Bridges, do better, bro. Stimpman number 2 of live stream number 3. You earned it. And Asia Wilson, no, you guys are not fine over there. I cannot believe this guy got turned down like that. Oh, man. And he's the last one, too. He's the last one. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Wherever you are, where you're seeing this, welcome to DaRealReel. Where we are real people having real conversations about real things. Wherever you are, do us a favor, give us the likes, give us the hearts, because it'll help us to throw us up in the algorithm. We are few, but you know what? We're just getting started. I'm not even ashamed, because this is just a holiday push into the new year. Yes, you guys heard me right. Everything we're doing now, all these episodes are just little steps before we start the actual season. So next episode, which is going to be next Friday, we will be definitely getting you guys the links for all of the other podcast episodes that have been done. We're going to be putting up a lot of the other videos of the live stream of the early days, which are super bootleg, on Instagram. We're going to be getting those up. And as well, once I get the go ahead from some of my brothers, shout out to Team Fatty, shout out to Ilkan Ali, shout out to Traylon Curry and Men's Viewpoint. Once I get the green light from them, and we have different segments that we were featured on their platforms on, and we can kind of cut and paste the clips, we will get those out to you. So we are looking to do different things. Now, with that said, again, you're in the building, the hearts, the likes, let's get them rolling. Let's get those in the building. And so we can move up. We definitely need your support in anything we do. And the best way to do it is to give us the HBO special. Yes, help a brother out. Need your money? At least not yet. But definitely, show us some love, give us some likes, hearts, comments, interaction, share it, follow, like, subscribe. And between now, I would love it. That'd be a great Christmas present for the platform if we could get Facebook page, Instagram page, Twitter page, YouTube, Threads. If we could get those 5 platforms at least between 50 and 100 followers, subscribers, that would mean a lot. That would mean a lot. We wouldn't even care if anybody donated or didn't donate it, because we still got a ways to go. Camera, internet, certain things we want to fix up. We're still tinkering with the soundboard. So we recognize, to give you guys a better product, to be more succinct, and to make this more enjoyable, we've got to be able to give you guys more. We definitely want to. And we're working on those things. Before we ever get to saying, yeah, send us some money. You want to send us money? We can put up our PayPal. It's there. But it's not what we're really focused on. Want to get this message out. And all we need is your sharing, your likes, your following, your subscribing, your comments. Hell, if you want to yell at us, throw it in the comments. It is worth it. It definitely makes for good content all the time. So, with that said, why are we here tonight? Why are we here tonight? Let me start off by saying this. I really believe that somebody by the name of Cynthia G. She was a YouTuber that, how do I don't even know how to put this, but she was a YouTuber that I really don't know how to describe her, but either way, she was a YouTuber that was you know making a lot of, I don't want to say harmful because that sounds kind of weak, but she was making a lot of asinine comments about, specifically about black men. And as one thing that oh, sorry guys, let's get that out of there. Um, and as one thing that I've come to find out by following O'Shea Du Jackson, go follow his page if you know where he is at. O'Shea Du Jackson on YouTube, Celebrity Junk. One thing that he pointed out was that the same Pookies and Ray Rays she used to dislike on her platforms were the same Pookies and Ray Rays that ultimately, for lack of a better word, the same Pookies and Ray Rays that she ended up, dating, and rumor has it had a kid for. I have not verified this because I don't care. Here's my contention with her and any black woman that follows her rhetoric. For you to say that having black male babies is not profitable for society, I deem you unworthy of all support. I deem you worthy of being kicked off of every social media outlet. And I also deem you worthy of hate speech to the same degree as Hitler. So, yes, wherever Cynthia G, wherever you see this, I think as a black man who's a father, who has a son, who has a daughter, I've been married for 5 years now. You are a black female Hitler. Nothing more, nothing less. You do nothing for the space. You do nothing for black people. Why do you even exist as a content creator? And then when you get kicked off of YouTube, you go and start a GoFundMe page. What are we funding? You are literally the embodiment of Hitler. And you want me to sit here and believe, and you want the mass of people to believe that you did nothing wrong while you got kicked off of YouTube. And you know what, the thing that kills me, because rumor also has it that the person who was actually like really drove the nail in the coffin to get you kicked off wasn't even black. They weren't a man. It was a white woman. So for that one, applaud to the white sister for helping us get that old Hitler off of YouTube. I don't wish anything bad upon her, but yeah, you don't need to be on social media ever. And if you're a mother, I do feel sorry for your kids. With that said, I actually almost want to switch topics because we're gonna stay on code. We're gonna stay on code. For the people that are rocking out with us, shout out to you one more time. Topic tonight, and I was actually hoping to have some panelists, and it didn't work out that way. That kind of sucks. It really does. I'm not gonna lie. Didn't make me feel great, but it is what it is. We were gonna have some panelists to try and especially women, because as you can see, the topic is, are women safe with women? So long story short, we're gonna kind of nip this in the bud for 43 minutes in. The answer is no. The answer is no. And it's not that you're not safe with women, aren't safe with women from the aspect of, let's say, Obviously not relationship. We're not talking about that. We not really, we don't have anything bad to say against the alphabet community. Um, we just have nothing to say at all. So we're not referencing them. We're talking about cisgendered, heterosexual, straight women that like to date men, intimate with men. But for the sisterhood, especially in the Black community, women are not safe with women. And that's sad. I've seen it in multiple different places, and I'll kind of start here from my own anecdotal experiences. In my former place of employment, which will remain nameless after causing me nothing but 5 years of grief. Thank you for the experience. No, thank you for the grief. Sorry, still a little party on that one. I had never seen in my life a place of employment where it's not even that women wouldn't listen to the advice of men. It was women would not do what was absolutely necessary to protect other women. And then couple the fact that on top of women not protecting women and women not helping women in a office that was 98% female, the few men that did step in to try and help, y'all didn't listen to them either. And so I systematically watched on a social level where women did not have the awareness or the sense of urgency to explain to said women just exactly what type of foolishness or trouble or calamity they were about to walk into. And this is one reason I wanted to have this conversation tonight, especially from the female perspective, was because I remember I was getting off the elevator at work, and one of the girls that kind of went through a hard time, uh, partly due to her own decisions, but also because her female colleagues just did not help her. They did not provide any protection. They weren't a source of comfort or anything. She got off the elevator and she was complaining about, the upheaval of her life based on her decisions intimately. And she's like, how come you didn't warn me? And I'm like, I did. When I told you to watch out for the first guy, I did. I showed you what the red flags look like. The mere fact that you didn't listen to me is not my responsibility. We're not friends. We're not acquaintances. We're barely coworkers in the same company. We're not even in the same department. I tried to help you. You did not listen to me. You willingly did not listen to me. So after that, I begin to just kind of watch all of them, because I was like, there's no way I'm like, hopefully this is just coincidental and this is just going to be a one-off. Oh, no. There's another girl that applied for a job, and she shall remain nameless. She is on Instagram, well known around Toronto. Aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Her pulchritude is quite attentive. It grabs the attention very easily. And so in this person needing a job, somebody brought me the name and my other co-supervisor of the department. And so when I looked up this individual, I went to the person that referred them. I said, is this the person you're referring for the job? They're just like, yeah. I said, okay. So I went back to the other supervisor and I said, we're not hiring this person. And, the other supervisors were like, well, why aren't you going to hire them? And I was like, well, first of all, I'm not even over the fact that you guys hired an active drug dealer in the office. We're already dealing with that mess. And we're already dealing with the fact that women are complaining about him. You really want me to be in a position where we have to go into meetings after we hire her about him possibly harassing her? I was like, think about this for a minute. I'm like, did you look at the woman that you're going to hire? He was like, no. I was like, go take a look. Went, took a look. She was like, oh, I see why. And I'm like, yeah, I'll never say yes. So if you guys want to hire, that's on you. I don't want to deal with the backlash at all. Long story short, we avoided an issue. My questioning internally, because I didn't ask this externally, why couldn't she see danger afar off? You have this bootleg run-of-the-mill wannabe 50-cent drug dealer that's all of 2 cents. Your boss hired him. He's running amok in the office. You already have women complaining on him. Nothing's really happening about it. And you're going to go hire somebody else who is going to draw the ire of every non-disciplined individual in this office. Does that sound like a wise decision to you? But I had to go the extra mile to paint the picture of why it's not good. It doesn't mean it's not good for her. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean that she didn't need the job. It also doesn't mean that I should have had to point out that the fact that, yeah, a fool can't control himself, and that's why we can't hire her. Because that's going to be a problem for the company. Now, some people will be like, well, you can't do that and da-da-da-da-da. Listen, I'll tell you guys the truth, okay? There's only 2 times I really like to see my boss. If I'm getting advice and information on how to do my job better, and if I'm getting a raise. Otherwise, from that, I don't want to see my boss. Managers, supervisors, just let me come in, let me punch my job, let me do my job, let me do it really well, let me continue to progress every day, let me go home. Only times I want to see you is when I'm walking in and I say, hi, good morning. And when I say, bye, have a good night, get home safe. I don't really want to interact because the more I interact with you, the less I'm doing my job. The less I'm doing my job is the slower the day is just going to go. I'm sorry. Doesn't mean I don't want to be social, but it's just the truth. I get paid to work. It is what it is. And if I'm trying to get ahead, I can't get ahead talking with you about things I don't care about. Yeah, the name is what it is, DaRealReel. We're keeping it real tonight. I'm sorry. Maybe it's probably best that there's not a whole panel up here. Anyways. So yeah, there's that situation. Okay. But what I see generally now, because this is all about focus on, like, what is the message that women want to get to other women? Like, my question is just like, how did hookup culture become so widely preached from women? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was sitting back, I was like, oh, this is about to be a mess. Men are about to get ridiculed for this one. Come on, peoples, if you're in the buildings, give me the hearts and give me the likes. I do so appreciate you all being in with us. Definitely, we love you as we are going strong right now. As I was saying, I honestly thought that the men were going to be the ones to literally, catch the ire really and truly, of this whole situation. I thought the men were going to come out and say something stupid and be like, yeah, hookup culture. Yeah, we're going to get it in faster and better and easier than ever before. Oh, no. The women were pushing hookup culture, and it was disguised. You, like, ladies, do you not know how lies are literally presented to you, especially black women? We're sexually liberated and we can do whatever we want and we can sleep with whoever we want and we can do whatever we want, sleep with whoever we want, wherever we want, however we want, whenever we want, and we can do it as much as however we want. And y'all don't see the problem with that? Y'all don't see the problem with that at all. And here's the funny part. Y'all can preach hookup culture because it ain't for the men. Men have not necessarily gained anything because of hookup culture. Let's just tell the truth. Okay? We haven't. And if there is men who have gained from it, it's a very small pool. It's not 5 men per, 10 women. It might be 1 or 2 men per 10 women have gained something from it. If that. Okay? So let's just stick to the nitty gritty and keep the main thing. Men have not gained from hookup culture. So the other women that go on podcasts around, social media spaces and try to say, oh, men have benefited greatly from hookup culture. Which men? Not Tom at the grocery store, not Tyrone at the pizza store, not David at Walmart, not Chris at Target. Not Luke, the mechanic. So if those guys aren't benefiting from it, who's benefiting from it? Well, the general theory is that the majority of men that women deal with actually overlap with a lot of other women. Women consolidate socially on maybe the top 20% of guys within that social circle, whether it's from a financial perspective or just from a social comfortability market. That's just what it is. So how did women buy into this lie? Ladies, I'm really trying to help you. I want you to, I really want y'all to think about this, because men don't need to police you. That's the thing y'all don't understand. Men do not need to police women. Y'all right now are literally, and I really wish this week was so busy I didn't even get the stuff that I really wanted to get ready for today's show. Okay? Y'all are like the proverbial Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. Oh, we're gonna kick these men's butt, and you're just running right off the cliff. And you're not even seeing it. Because you think that, like, oh, men hate women. Our bodies respond. Like, if men were to tell the truth, our bodies respond. And nowadays, if men tell the truth, there's not a whole lot of bad looking women. Now, thank God I'm married when I had this planned out years ago. So I'm good. I am good. But for the men that are not married, if they were here and when they see this, they can hit the comment section and do whatever. I don't care. Y'all talk about it. We know good women, looking women, intellectually sound, mature, balanced, well off, not well off. We know y'all is around. And we don't have to look too hard. So how is it that y'all ladies don't understand that, or maybe you do understand, but you're just not willing to admit that the man you actually like is not the typical man you see or bump into every day. But I digress, because that's not where we are. We're talking about are women safe around other women? And my point is, or my sentiment is that they're not. Y'all don't protect each other socially. Y'all don't protect each other emotionally. Y'all don't help each other financially. You do not help each other scholastically. Like I said it on one, I was like, how much other illies words am I going to use to kind of push this across? And it's sad, because you guys are, as humans, you just outnumber men. And you can't come and tell me that it's because of the patriarchy, because the men who probably actually control the patriarchy, they do not look like me or any of the guys who operate on YouTube. They're not, we don't even get to sit at the same tables. We don't even see these guys who are in control of the patriarchy, if it even still exists. Because big business knows that it's better to have a matriarchy in charge, especially in the Black community, than to have a patriarchy in charge. Oh, I'm wrong? I'm lying? Okay, show me something different. Show me something different. Like, I do not understand for the life of me why women won't protect women, why women won't support women. Like, the WNBA shouldn't be, their NBA, their arenas shouldn't be like, oh, their great attendance this week was like 8,000 people. But then when you go to the NBA game, who do you see courtside being thirsty? Who do you see? I mean, some of these guys on these kiss cams, y'all need to really check who you're with before y'all go to these games and end up on these kiss cams. Because I'm telling you, man. Anyways, different story for another day. Like, y'all be out there just advertising for the best guy. And like, yo, like, I want to even go back to something, right? We and I'm gonna get to this because it's gonna be one of our episodes come the new year. Because like I said, we're just kind of playing catch up to let y'all know who we are, what we think, where we stand, and we'll go from there. Aisha Curry, does anybody really understand why the girl like started to complain about not getting attention? You know what? I think I have the pictures on my phone, and I only really need one picture to set this in motion, to really drive this point home. Shout out to all the people in the building with us right now. Y'all are so kind. So very, very kind. Yeah, I'm only going to need one picture to set this point. Now, Steph, I'm sorry I have to out your whole situation like this. It's not really you. You didn't do anything. You weren't doing anything at the time when this happened. But yeah, bro, like I caught this frame by frame. Where are these pictures? Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Where is it? Screenshots. No. Either way, okay. I'll just have to explain it to you and I'll have it ready for next live. So Steph Curry's at a game walking beside courtside. This lady's with her man. looks at him, bites her lip. Then there was a couple years back when when LeBron was on the Cavs, and that one girl was in the stand on some, like, I'll take you from your woman. Like, women, why do y'all do this? And here's the worst part about it. He went on The View with goofy Jada Pinkett Shakur, because she's never been a Smith, sitting there, and a couple of the other goofs, um, talking about, oh no, girl, it's just your radar's turned off. Her radar's never been off. But ladies, can I put you on some game that other women will? Can I really just tell you the truth about something? Okay, men know the difference between women we can sleep with and women that you have to be faithful to. And not have to be because she's going to force us to be faithful. Faithful because she commands that much respect that you know you'd be doing you and her a disservice by being with her. We know it. That's why those women never used to get easily chosen, because they come with immediate responsibility. The minute you start talking to them, you got to be responsible for it. And we knew that. So you just respectfully, you're friends with them, you're nice with them, but you never really go too far. And it's you know, she might feel bad at getting overlooked, but had she understand and had other women told her the truth, because when we men explained it, they nobody want to listen to us. So now you're in a situation where you have to just face the truth of what it is. And in facing the truth, you get to the place where it comes down to this: women don't protect women. And when I say protect, I want to be clear, because it's not about throwing fists and grabbing guns, which, ladies, anyways, this is not, again, not the show for this. You can't sit there, ladies, you cannot have a community and sit there and think that it is okay for y'all not to protect each other unless your interests align in a certain space in a certain time. Because for us as men, especially black men, you're in my vicinity as my brother. As long as you didn't kill my family, if you're in trouble, you have my support. If you're in trouble, I've got your back. I might not tell you, but I've got your back. Now, for that's now, here's the thing that we as men also understand. That's a small, minute. That's a small number of men, right? A lot of guys are softer than Charmin. Couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag, because that's just not who they are. And I'm not talking about physically now. I'm talking about having the mental fortitude, the intestinal fortitude to say, no, you're not going to treat my brother like that. We have it, and it used to be bigger. But you see, at the turn of the century, when women stopped supporting women, and the only time like, ladies, y'all ever notice that the only time y'all support each other is when you guys are vehemently attacking men together? Why is that? Like, where do you all think that's going to get you? It's not going to get you very far. Like, if y'all want to be Wonder Women and have your own little island where it's just women and you're fine without men, you're free to go and do that. You have the power, you have the intellectual capability, you have the hands, you have access to the resources. Go do it. Ain't nobody gonna stop you. But to sit here and paint a narrative for years on end that just keeps getting worse, that men are your victims, or men are your tyrant, is your 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 arch nemesis. No, the problem is your other sisters that should have been supporting you regardless of race, that should have been supporting you enough to say, sis, don't do this because A, B, and C. This is going to hurt your feelings, but A, B, and C. This is going to bother you, but A, B, and C. Y'all don't do that. But you will sit up here and you'll let these companies lie to you. You let the magazines lie to you. You let Meg the Stallion lie to you. You let Beyonce lie to you. You let Cardi B lie to you. You let you let Oprah lie to you. You let Gayle King lie to you. And then you want to turn it around and pin it on men. Who was that writer, the writer of the Cosmopolitan magazine, who said that she lied to women for years while she was at home happily married with kids? So this is not a ploy by men just to, no. This is a serious matter. Why will women not protect women? Why will you not tell each other the truth? Why will you literally sit there and lie to each other and then blame it on men? And you know what the joke, like the honest truth about it is, when y'all are lying to each other, men genuinely either roll their eyes, get sick to their stomach, and we just turn away. Because whatever happens after that, it's up to you guys. Y'all can deal with it. I don't care when anybody else sees this. Like I know I'm not speaking. I've seen it with, whether it's within my family, workplaces, school, neighborhoods, everywhere I've been. I have a story that can literally. It's just like, yo, y'all will step on each other's back to get what the other woman has, not even realizing that the other woman is suffering what she has. But you think you're so much better than her that you can take her suffering and make it better for you, just to only turn around and be like, well, I deserve a good man. I deserve to be taken care of. No, you deserve to be an adult. That's what you deserve to be, because you're human. You're not God. Because if you are God, trust me, y'all have a lot of you got a lot of things to answer for. Number one, why haven't y'all, like, and I know people are gonna be like, Conrad, stop being crass and asinine and disingenuous and facetious, because we're not necessarily saying that women are a deity. Well, you act like it. How many times are you guys going to say asinine things like women are the prize? You cannot be a prize that's been unwrapped multiple times. I'm sorry. This is not The Price is Right. Even on The Price is Right, they have the prize somewhere, and it's a new prize every week for that. There's a new contestant. It is not the same one prize that goes and gets their hair cut and gets waxed and gets spray tanned or goes to the gym or anything like that, or gets surgery or something like that. No. A prize is something that nobody has touched before, and when the recipient receives it, they are overwhelmed with joy because it is adding instinctive value and pleasure to their life. How are you guys calling yourselves the prize in the midst of hookup culture? How are you calling yourselves the prize when you guys don't revere yourselves? How are you guys calling yourselves the prize when you don't respect yourselves? You don't? I'm not even going to go into talk about how you dress, how you talk, none of that. You don't respect yourselves. You don't revere yourselves. You don't revere each other. And you want you want us as men to believe that you guys are safe amongst each other. Yeah. You know what? That's what it comes down to. Though, and it doesn't mean that women are not being abused. Let me be clear about this. In the words of Malika Andrews, we'd be remiss not to mention, are women abused? Yes. Are women taken advantage of? Yes. Do women get essayed? Yes. Do women get raped? Yes. Do women get forced into doing things against their will? Yes. Did they drag it on themselves? Majority of the times they didn't. But in the times when they were taken advantage of, even if it was by a man, there was a woman who had a part to play in setting up that abuse. Are we going to tell the truth? How many daughters have been abused by stepfathers and the mother set it up? Because the mother valued the man more than she valued the sanctity of her daughter. Oh, I'm going there tonight. I'm going there tonight. I told you, I wanted women to come up. I wanted women to come and have a conversation about this. And nobody got back to me. So it is what it is. And I'm just asking questions. I'm not even necessarily trying to give y'all answers because y'all don't listen to nobody. Y'all don't listen to God. Y'all don't listen to Jesus. Y'all don't listen to Farrakhan. Y'all don't listen to your father. Y'all don't listen to your grandfather. So we as men know y'all don't give two fiddly rucks about what we have to say. Yes, and I know, I mean, I got my little, 1970s Batman lingo. Like, we don't swear over here. Okay, so yeah, I will find stuff that are funny to say, or you know what I mean. Like I said, the soundboard will take care of that for me. But I digress. Y'all don't care about what men have to say. Y'all don't want men around that have anything to say, at least nothing of value to you. You don't want men to tell you the truth. But y'all don't tell each other the truth. Y'all don't tell each other that you're acting out of character, that you're talking out of character, that is not becoming of a woman. So y'all don't respect yourselves as women. You don't respect other women, and then you don't respect the men that are in front of you because you can identify that the men in front of you are not real men. Great. Isn't that a conundrum? That the thing that the entity one human being, sentient being, does not revere itself, but can quickly itemize and identify when something else is out of order and out of its genealogical design. Hmm. It's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. And I don't even have too much left to say on this, really and truly. To be honest with you, it's one of those things that I generally and I don't understand. And I wish it was better because see women supporting each other, no toxicity. And I'll end this here and say it like this. It is great to see women supporting women, loving women, having like really defending women without the vitriol against men. I don't know how y'all think you're gonna survive with and this is probably where I just lost you. You were like probably, oh Blake, oh Conrad, you were doing so great. Yeah, woo, yeah. And then I said this, and you're like, we don't like him. Y'all can't get ahead hating men. And I'm gonna take the onus on myself. I'm not your ex-boyfriend who cheated on you. I'm not the man who lied to you and said I'm not the guy who ghosted you. I'm not your abuser. I'm not the person, if you've been essayed, the men that come from this platform, we have nothing to do with that. And while we're sorry that you had to experience that, just like we've gone through certain experiences at the hands of women, we understand that the women that we will encounter, whether it's in social media spaces or in public, that those women are not the women who used us. Those women are not our mothers who let us down. Do we all understand each other? That's why I often say, this space here, we practice no misandry. We practice no misogyny. We will not support anybody who practices misandry, and we definitely will not support anybody who practices misogyny. Those are detestable traits. And understand that the definition clearly of misogyny is the hate or contempt of women. Ladies, men don't hate you. Men really like you. But y'all don't understand that. Because if you're not busy degrading yourself, you're busy trying to finesse men. And it's not even the majority of men. It is the culture of guys who do not have the backbone or the charisma or the height or the teeth structure or the facial structure to be able to go out there and say, hey, I know I'm not the best looking, but I like you. What are you saying tonight? What are you doing this weekend? You guys, y'all think that's easy? You know how much charisma, how much confidence a guy has to just have and practice. So yes, we've been getting rejected since 19, how long? And we're not going to sit here and lament over it, because even though we didn't like it in the moment, it made us stronger for the long run. So don't get confused. You see, this is why women can't understand when we call other men simps. And they need to be called that. I remember, I'm not, bro, I'm not gonna name no names. Yo, I've had men that I know. Oh, Conrad, he's an opportunist, or he said, yeah, he said you're part of the plan. Yes. Everything I do in life from the age of 25 up has been about a plan. Me getting married was not, hey, I just didn't wake up one day and say, oh, I'm really lonely, I want to get married. It was part of the plan. Finding the woman that I could actually love, cherish, respect, who matches my intellectual, who can raise me up and help me to mature and evolve emotionally, who is the mother of my children, who drives me wild intimately, like who matches my intimacy drive, was a plan. Because real men don't shoot to miss. Y'all want to talk about what real men do? If we protect, if we provide, if we're a prophet, if it ain't got nothing to do with that. The man who has made space for you long before you showed up, that is the man you probably need to be with. Yeah, I'm not even ending this show the way I want to. Y'all ladies, like y'all, I pray for you. Real talk. I pray for you, because I don't know how women are gonna make it if they can't rely on other women to tell them the truth. And so you have both men and women and companies and governments lying to you. And the only time that y'all see a problem with this is when the lies fall through. For my black people, my black brothers, my black sisters, we need to have better outcomes. We need to get back to a place where there's a mother, there's a father, there's kids in the home. I don't want to hear no more about boss babe and you deserve and what you deserve. You're an adult, okay? You go to school, you go pay your taxes, you go get an education, you start a business, you make your money. It's not about 50-50. Because really and truly, if you're not a wife, no man should be paying 100% for you. If you're not a wife, you are somebody's daughter. Go get your daddy to pay 100% for you. And men, I will say this, and this is kind of where we really are going to end it for tonight. Okay? If you have no intentions of marrying her, getting engaged, buying a ring, and she's not part of that plan, don't give her wifey treatment while she has a girlfriend designation. That's another reason why most of these, they've been getting hurt over time, not wondering why they're putting their best foot forward, because some of them genuinely are not wifey material and they don't know that, because everybody's treating them like they're a wifey when they're barely a girlfriend. And women, I would say vice versa for y'all too. Y'all need to stop treating men like husbands when they're barely boyfriend material, yada, yada, yada. But I got to speak to my brothers on this one because it's like we don't get it. And I'm going to say this, the aspect of sex from man to woman is a level of intimacy that really probably should only be shared with somebody who can be your wife. Well, Conrad, are you saying you never slept with anybody before you got married? I am not saying that at all. I am going to say that I wasted a lot of time doing that before I found my wife. Yeah, but on the other hand, if you didn't do that, would you really have the experience necessary to be able to please your wife? Semantics aside, what's done is done. What we can say is for the generation to come and for men moving forward, I need y'all to stand on discipline. I need y'all to stand on morals and principles. And I need you to stand on it so hard, brothers. And this is all men now. This is not just black men. This is all men of all races. Young men between the ages of 12 to Methuselah. Okay? Stand on principle. Stand on foundation. Stand on code. Never bend. Never break. Never compromise. Never negotiate. If we have to watch people suffer because we aren't willing to bend our morals, that is completely fine. Because two things are going to happen. It's either they will get up and rise to the standard that we're holding, or they will cease to exist. And that is fine. Because inclusion has ruined the society around us. And if you don't believe me, this is why OnlyFans is a viable source of income more than even media entertainment. Y'all not taking that in. I'm really trying to get off this and not go on a tangent tonight, but anyways, we gonna cap it here for tonight because clearly, we got other topics and we're gonna have other nights for this. And I'm hoping, I'm really hoping, and I'm gonna be dead honest, completely straight, just like the name says, DaRealReel. This is DaRealReel. For the people that rock with us. For the people that support us. We need y'all. Because where we're going, this ain't gonna stop. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna turn around. If you ain't walking with us, I ain't gonna try to be we ain't gonna be finding no GPS to go find where you at later on. So run with us, crawl with us, run through the trenches with us. We love y'all. We're grateful for all y'all. And we're thankful. We do thank you for rocking out with us for the last hour and a half. Peace in the T-Dot streets in the Middle East.